Let's get some prize picks in today, guys. Last night I cashed over 3K on prize picks, and I'll scroll through my entries here. I played about, I think, 19 six flexes, and I hit 2 of the 19. So when you're doing six flexes, you really only need to win about 1 in 25. I hit 2 in 19, so obviously I'm going to make a lot of money. This was the one I showed yesterday that was loading in with Jaden Reed, Jordan Love. That was the one, the last leg of the entry I needed, and it hit Sunday. So that was one of them, and the other one was this one down here that I showed on yesterday's video, but it was the esports that settled on the Sunday morning. So that's 2 six flexes right there. And look at this one. Sam Howell, 1 yard away from, instead of saying 160 here, should say 2K. 1 singular yard. So even with a bad beat, still managed to make 3K. And that's just on my account on price picks. On Underdog, I lost like 200 bucks, but honestly, I barely played. I think I put like 6 entries in or something. So I pretty much made 3K. And on my buddy's account, you can see screenshots of his account right here. He cashed about like 1.5K using picks that I sent him. So pretty nice day, but you could see it doesn't come without a lot of hard work. I put at least 20 entries, maybe even 30, 40 over the weekend. You're not going to be winning if you're playing 1 to 2 entries a day. It's just not how it works. If you have the edge, you want to be playing as many picks as possible. Let's get on the actual picks from the video. I went 3, 1, and 2. So the Devin Booker and Durant stack, guys, this did hit. I know there was some doubt in yesterday's comments on Devin Booker and Durant. Now, this hit if there was no overtime. Both of these guys were under. They pushed to overtime because Devin Booker couldn't hit that last minute, or that last second 3. So Devin Booker ended up pushing in double overtime. So this would have hit if there was only 1 overtime. The odds of 2 overtimes, it's just incredible. Bad luck on this one. Durant also would have hit if the game didn't go to overtime. Other than that, the Keontae George and Jordan Clarkson stack did not hit, despite going to double overtime. Bruce Brown and Tyrese Halliburton, basically the best stack in the NBA right now. I mean, this has pretty much hit, like, I think we're at 10 out of 11 games. So I'm going to keep writing that one. As for the other slip, it went 3 and 2. So if you combine the 2 slips together, that's 6 and 4 on the night. So 60% hit rate, which is always great to see. And guys, I know you thought I was tripping on the Kevin Durant and Devin Booker slip, but if I did not know what I was doing, I would not have an account that looks like this. I've been playing since May 2022, probably longer than pretty much 99% of the people that have been on price picks, with thousands of entries placed and 342K of amount won. Yes, that's not all profit, but go find someone on YouTube that has an amount won that high. No one has been in the game longer than me. So let's finally get on the board for today. And we're going to start with NFL here because there's one NFL game that I want to get into, and I'll show you what I'm rocking with. We're going to go with a stack here. We're not grabbing any rushed touchdowns, anything like that. We're grabbing these stacks that I've been playing throughout the whole weekend. And we're going to be taking over on Jalen Hurts and over on Patrick Mahomes. And I like this in this game. Small spread here, -2.5. We're hoping the game stays tight because when one team gets a lead, you know that player is going to stop throwing the ball. So we want a tight game here with both quarterbacks throwing a lot of yards. Now, who we're going to pair these with, the obvious ones are AJ Brown and Travis Kelce, but it's not always that simple. Sometimes I like to take the second wide receiver, maybe even the third, and sometimes even the running back. Like on with Derek Carr, I like to grab him with Alvin Kamara. That's a nice stack I like doing. But when this one, look at this. So first 4 games and then 1 brick here, you could check Jalen Hurts exactly correlated, right? So 4 wins, 1 loss. So these guys are hitting together in the past 5 games, which is great to see. And the same thing with Mahomes and Kelce. You could see they only hit in the second and third game for him too. So that's an easy stack. If you want to throw in Rice, I also like Rice. I mean, he only hit 4 out of 5 times, but that's still pretty good if you want to like just blow up the entry. So that's going to be the NFL picks for today. Now to finish the slip off with some NBA, we're going to end it with a stack, and it was one that I was trying to take last game, but Zion ended up sitting out. But this game he should be playing. He was just resting last game. So Brandon Ingram under 6 assists with Zion under 25.5 points. Both of these props are set too high. I could show you on the sports books. Zion is set at 24.5. So Zion points right here, 24.5. We're getting 25.5 on price picks. So obviously we're going to grab the under. And same with Ingram assists. You could see his 5.5 is juiced towards the over. We're getting him at 6. So we have that push line potential. Only thing I don't like about this game is the spread, -1. And normally I like to take overs in situations like this, but the bookmakers know that the spread is this low, yet they're still setting them at 24.5 and 5.5 respectively. So I'm still going to take that point. Hopefully there's no OT like the Phoenix game last night, but I mean, only about 6% of games go to OT. So hopefully this one does not. And that's going to be the first slip. Now the first pick is going to be Alperen Sengun. Last night we took him on the under 19.5 points, which is not hit, but we're not grabbing him on points today. We're grabbing him on assists, which did hit last night, but that's not what I'm too concerned about. I'm concerned about the value that the sportsbooks have him at. -131, 56.71% likeness to hit. And there is someone I would maybe pair him with, but I'm not gonna, is Dylan Brooks on the over 11.5 points. It did hit together last game but I don't really like the correlations in this Houston teams. I feel like everyone is all over the place when it comes to assists, points, and who's giving each other points. So I'm not going to go with it. If you do like Dylan Brooks here, grab him together in the same entry with Sengun, but we're not going to go with that. Next pick is going to be Jimmy Butler on the under 4.5 assists. So we got 2 4.5 assist props, 1 over, 1 under. Value on Jimmy Butler's at -129, 56% likeness to hit. And you can see the next one right away on Ivica Zubac. We're going to grab him on the over 8.5 rebounds, but never mind. As you can see, his line did already get moved to 9. So as I'm filming these videos, these lines do get moved because they are good value. So that is why sometimes when you're watching them later in the day, they get removed off the board. So we can't go with Zubac anymore. Next best pick is Zach Collins over 13.5 points. We'll see if this one's still up there. It is. So we're going to grab that over 13.5. And you do see Mike Conley. When you guys see Mike Conley, you know what I'm going to do. If you've been watching the channel, I'm going to be pairing this with Anthony Edwards. Some juice on his under 5.5 assists at 55% likeness to hit. And whenever I grab Conley, you know I'm going to grab Edwards with it. So Edwards under 25.5 points is what we're going to be going with. And another line that is set too high. Look at this on Sportsbooks at 24.5. We're getting him at 25.5. I mean, these are just no-brainer data-driven picks. I mean, it's very simple. We're comparing to Sportsbooks and we're taking correlations. That's how you win in the long run. So we're going to go with that as the first 5. And before I get into this last pick to lock this entry in, I have an announcement.
Are you tired of looking like this after a night on Prizepicks? For the price of that Big Mac combo you chowed down on this week, get access to hundreds of picks. Connect your Discord to WAP with the link in the description and be added straight to the premium Discord. We'll be sending every single Prizepick slip we place.
So Discord is officially open. I will be sending Prizepicks and underdog picks depending on which package you buy. And basically, as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to be posting my Prizepicks and underdog entries and the ones that I posted in this video. And to celebrate the launch of the Discord, I will be giving away 2 weeks free to 3 people who like and comment on today's video. I will draw you in a raffle tomorrow and then comment back to you, get your Discord name, and throw you into the VIP servers. Let's get into the last pick with Michael Porter Jr. I like to take those push lines. I'm going to grab him on the under 7 rebounds right here to end it all off. And I'll show you the value on it. So under 6.5 is already favored towards the under, but we're getting him at 7. So pretty much no brainer. This line will probably get moved to 6.5. So lock it in at 7 as soon as you could see it. This is what we're going to lock in. And just to show you what I would be doing in the Discord, I'm going to grab a screenshot of the plays I put, send them over to the Prizepicks channel or underdog, depending on what it is. And I'll even copy this link here. So when you just click this link, it's going to automatically fill in the entry for you. And you could copy it. You could, change it to an under, whatever, fade it, do whatever you want with it. But it's going to put the exact slip on your dashboard. So look, when I click it, it's going to go on Prizepicks and fill in the exact slip for me. And again, if you want to fade it, grab over on these guys, go for it, do what you want. I don't recommend it, but that is going to be how the Discord's going to work.